some names for them. Yeah, that lega. Yes, this is lega. We have two types. We have the jumbo, we have the jumbo for them. And it's also a deep.
When we go in the field now, we facing a whole lot of challenges because in your sense you can see any instrument like the way in which the instrument set. We do identify the point regularly because the reason being is that if we see no instrument, we just do it by mouth, we just do it by ourselves, and today, at least by the grace of God, we'll be able to take instrument to the field in collaboration with all neighboring clans to see how best we can set the instrument and the way back long agreed boundary will be harmonized and be documented, and I see how best the line will go straight and we got our D. So it's one of the great impact that it brings to us.
Look for this number, the 18, the GS 118.
They're already.
I feel fine because now we coming on our land. Doing no day, we're not having land, our common land. But now, come finish helping us with us here to get our own land. It used to look bad because so now you're being a town. Company will come when they can. They say, oh, that come and say, oh, yeah, they go in a buoy. Then they go in a buoy. What they want to do, they do it. Money, they can't come in. You're not getting nothing there. We that controlling the forest will not get nothing there. But now, the people finish helping us now. Okay, I want tea. Any company that can, they will come to us for us to sit down. We talk with them. When that money, it will come in the community need.
You're working to solve all the problems.
It's very important to the community because sometimes just imagine in my community, we got different things that are going on in my community. People doing sewing, people digging gold, people doing a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? It is true that we got our certificate. But since the deed not appear here, people don't want to pay attention. So I know that when the deed appear to the community, there will be understanding from my community, there will be different from my community. So I'm very happy to be here today with the Liberia Land Authority, with Palais.
Actually, to admit, we all, if not for Palais, SDI, and the other part of the entire, we're going to get the process far, but it's doing extremely well.
If you check our website, the main goal of SDI, the reason why we do our work, is to ensure that communities receive adequate benefits for the use of their land and natural resources. There's no better way to do it than for them to actually own the rights to that land. We were very instrumental as SDI in pushing the government along with the CSO working group, the NGO Coalition of Liberia, in pushing that our Land Rights Act.
As a result of this reform, which started sometime in 2010, am I right? Between 2010, 11, 12, yes. When the Land Commission was established to research the laws on the books regarding land and see what they can come forward with to the president. That commission had 5 years mandate and they created what we're calling today the land right law. So in that law, it was specifically, like I said, established that the customary land should be owned by the native people.
To me, I'm happy because during our great father in town, we are not learning we used to deal with they used to turn back. But this not coming around, everybody are open. That we get a good to get your land deed. Here we get mineral, we get law, we get different things in the bush. Company can come tomorrow when you get your land deed. Then anything company can, you'll be free for them to work to get your money. But when you not get land deed, you not government can come in, they will take it from you.
To acquire statutory deed for customary land, the law says the community should do self-identification. The community should do establish governance, CLDMC. The community should reconcile their boundary, meaning harmonize their boundary with their neighbors. So when you conclude boundary harmonization, you inform LIA. LIA will now send a survey team to conduct confirmatory survey as provided for in the law in Article 37.
Dorbor, Teekpeh, and Ziadue have been involved in boundary harmonization as far back as 2009. Under SDI supervision as far back as 2013. And so when the Land Rights Act was finally put on the desk of the legislator, we started to really push. And so we piloted in Dorbor. We had done the boundary harmonization, completed the 8 identified customary boundary points. We really started to work in those 4 communities where we knew that these boundaries, once harmonized and submitted to the LIA, the next step would be a confirmatory survey.
On top of the mountain were declaring by Teekpeh, and then the Ziadue were requesting to the creek that you almost to reach to. So into conference and resolution, we were taught, and we decided to perform what we were taught. Okay, so we went in a place there and measured the entire place and asked the 2 community, what can we do that we should not be the victims of this process? They say everything is with you people, so we performed our duty right there, or by measuring the places and divide by equal, and call the both communities together and say there is the point, this is the meanings from this place, and there's the other meaning from the place. So we believe that if you people agree, then we can establish another thing right here, and they all agreed.
The conflict was happening, I was feeling bad. I was feeling bad because for somebody to bring good into you, then the other people don't want it to happen, you can feel bad. So we were feeling bad, but anyway, we twisted, everything checking normal way and no conflict, so we're happy about it.
We had a lot of difficulties, with other boundaries. Like the boundaries that we're going to now, which is the Ziadue, went there 11 good towns. From 2009, we were on that until we were able to solve that 2020, before that boundary was able to harmonize. But all we need to do is to only convince them, because we told them say land business that give and take.
Traditional boundary is somewhere way in the bush on the side here.
The whole player was Ziadue. But the person that established the fede that year, the people then say the person from Ziadue fede, which is Teekpeh claim.
My advice to them, they should harmonize it, that is survey their area. When that area survey, when it's in your hand now, it's for you. But you continue to make flower from here, it's that 1 hour walk or 10-minute walk, then you want to make flower for a 5-minute walk, wave it. Then your friend, you come to one conclusion, Ali, you say now your harmonize it, then from there, you survey your land, it's in your hand now. Then nobody can take advantage.
There were tensions between Ziadue and Teekpeh. The best part about doing boundary harmonization in adjacent communities is you're killing 2 birds with 1 stone. As you harmonize in Teekpeh, you also harmonize in Ziadue. So we were on a boundary walk and we were chased into the bush by a couple of community members who weren't satisfied with where the boundary had been identified as. You know, the small creeks in the bush have their names, and sometimes through oral history somebody might miss the name or somebody might miss the location of the creek. So that was the whole situation. It wasn't even a 15-minute walk. The difference that they were arguing over was like 10 minutes. And so we actually entered the bush. We saw the distance from where they were debating, and then we went back.
In the survey rules, if one party just raised the red flag for any reason, the survey has to stop until that issue is addressed. So to save costs, we always like to conduct boundary harmonization to ensure that all the petty disputes are settled before the survey move on the field. in as much their ancestors left the land, they equally should leave it. So that's why we have a slogan in the sector we call, eat some and leave some. Because your children coming, their own children will come. Are you thinking about them? So I really like that provision of the law that say don't sell until 50 years after. Meaning they're pulling the generation somehow, regulating us.
Of the 4 clans, Teekpeh is the largest. They got close to 60,000 hectares of land. Right after Teekpeh is Ziadue and Dorbor. They are around the same range, somewhere around 40 to 45,000 hectares. Gbarsaw is the smallest clan with about 20,000 hectares of land. Now, that said, these numbers are based purely on my boundary harmonization data as a GIS specialist for the CSO. Post-survey numbers will be available because right now we are in the process of consolidating the data, and there might be some ways that I connect the survey lines that are different from what the licensed surveyor might do. So I expect a change, maybe 1,000 to 2,000 hectares difference from what we have reported.